What we're looking at is the lacrosse rink is going to be, we're not going to be able to have scrimmages, no full contact, but people will be able to have practice shooting, work on their skills. So if coaches want to show up with their teams, or any youth just want to show up, we're asking only 10 people on the floor at the same time, and keep social distancing. If you enter, please wash your hands before and after. Sanitize your equipment just like anything else. Well, we're optimistic that it should be open on Tuesday, but realistically, as soon as the signs are up, anybody can come and use it. In response to a lot of the criticisms that have been going on social media and things like that regarding the tennis court and whether or not we put it above lacrosse, it's a very unusual situation. This is the only community I see where you build new facilities and you get complaints. But that wasn't the case. Tennis wasn't prioritized over lacrosse. It was funding for a new activity to engage a different sector of the community who isn't physically active or isn't able to continue enjoying what they regularly played. Lacrosse is a very hard sport on the body. There's a lot of contact. So we looked at something that would be useful long term. So a lot of elders can continue playing tennis. And some people just don't want to be on a team. They want to play an individual sport. So we just looked at diversifying the array of activities that we can offer. It was funding that we couldn't have used for lacrosse specifically. Well, it's a very costly endeavor. I was researching it last year. I was in contact with the people in Aguasasne about what they paid and things like that, and they paid well over $600,000. So that's not something that we have in plan right now. We are hopeful that when they move the town garage, we might be able to use that roof. It's going to depend on engineers doing a structural analysis just to make sure it's safe. But that's our hope, that maybe we could use that and have some of our local men erect it over the rink and maybe make changes as needed, but that's the hope. Last year we started looking into this as a request from minor lacrosse and even minor soccer. Basically, for those who aren't familiar, a field house is basically a facility where you could do indoor training or have tournaments or things like that all year round. So what we would look at is having a lacrosse surface, something to play soccer or basketball, anything like that. We've been starting the research, and we actually put in a proposal for some funding to start to get a consultant to do a study for pricing and things like that. Anything that's going to be built, there has to be an appetite and an ability to subsidize itself. I mean, we can't just be building facilities that we can't support. So there has been some research into that. Unfortunately, we got waylaid a little with all these plans. We started working on the baseball project and Sesame Park. And so after this summer, that's going to be picked up again. We're going to be hopefully still able to access that funds to hire a consultant to do that initial study. And then after that, we'll have decisions to make at the higher levels.